KSAT12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is Tuesday. It is December 24th. David Sears is over there. Sarah Spivey is over there. And Sarah Costa's in this morning here on GMSA at 9.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve to you, ma'am. And Sarah Spivey is tracking Santa for us. That's coming up in a bit. Of course, the holiday is right on our front doorstep right now. A lot of people have plans today, headed into tonight, tomorrow.
You know, I had to run an errand real quick earlier, and usually you think of Christmas Eve, everyone's doing their last-minute shopping, and it's crazy out.
Right.
I don't know, it's kind of like the calm before the storm. It was already like 7:30.
You were at the Quarry Market, and
Yes.
the shops were tranquil for now.
Yes, I was like, that's the time to go.
Well, it appears that a lot of folks have done a majority of their shopping. We ran a story earlier this morning that there was a record for all-time sales record for this past Saturday here in the U.S. for retail sales. We're talking over $34 billion. But if you have not gotten all your gifts yet and you want to go ahead and order something online that'll be here down the road, maybe print out a copy of it, we have a very unique chess set. And the ad has apparently been out for a while, but has started circulating yet again.
I love this. It's the 2020 presidential election chess set. It says the election is going to be one of the most exciting times in U.S. history. Who will occupy the Oval Office? And to memorialize this historic election, the Collector's Edition 2020 Battle for the White House chess is now ready for the public.
So we have the ad, and we're going to roll it in 1 second, but a little footnote here. This ad is so, it almost looks like a Saturday Night Live, like a fake commercial.
I didn't know if it was a real thing. I thought this was a joke.
It looks very much like satire, but apparently it's real. Let's take a look.
To memorialize this historic election, this Collector's Edition 2020 Battle for the White House chess set is now ready for public release.
All right, so this is the rest of the ad. Democrats stand face-to-face against Republicans. President Trump with Mike Pence at his side. Legislative leaders Pelosi, McConnell, Schumer, and McCarthy. Knights ride symbolic donkeys and elephants into battle. We're not even kidding, people. Also has Justices Kavanaugh, Sotomayor, Robertson, Ginsburg, bishops to protect the Supreme Court. And pawns, elephants for the Republicans and donkeys for the Democrats are the first line of defense.
Each piece is painstakingly designed for impeccable detail that is truly stunning. The 2020 Battle for the White House chess set is a keepsake you'll cherish for generations and proudly display in your home. Former presidential teams Bush, Cheney, Obama, and Biden, rooks for this historic showdown.
Who will win the election in your home? The ad says the fun will never end. All right, so obviously a contentious election season as we head into next year.
They look like they're having so much fun playing it.
They're keeping it polite for now. So this, again, looks like complete satire, but this, to the best of our knowledge, is legit. The website is chess2020.com. And in case you're wondering about the price, we have the price for you.
$39.99 plus $9.99 shipping and handling. You know, in our country's atmosphere, political atmosphere, it's been very polarized over the last couple years. And there's been, you know, even SNL did a spoof on political Thanksgivings and Christmas and holidays with the family. This could actually maybe bring families together.
It would hope. Or somebody's going to throw the board and the pieces across the room. We'll see. I don't know. But it's a very interesting gift idea. Again, chess2020.com. And again, to the best of our knowledge, seems legit.
We need to order one. We need to do.
I think I'm going to. And David just found it on his phone. Does it look real to you, David?
Looks real.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at your GMSA rundown.
On Friday, police found Broussard's body in the trunk of a car. Margot was also found healthy. She's back with her family after going through DNA testing.
Trina, we understand that police say things are not as they first seem.
Well, that's right. This call came out as a robbery at knife point at this laundromat. Police say that it turns out that there were actually two groups of people fighting over that basket of laundry, over who owns it. And during that fight, someone did pull out a knife.
Foggy, icy conditions led to this nearly 70-car pileup on Interstate 64.
A man is dead after being shot by officers during a confrontation following a theft of a vehicle and a major crash down on the south side.
New this morning, fire crews are investigating after flames broke out in a home in southwest Bexar County. It happened just before 10 last night in the 13,800 block of West Loop 1604 South.
You'd rather brave the stores. Best Buy is open until 6 p.m. If you want to go to Costco, you only have until 5 p.m. Target is keeping its doors open until 10 p.m. and most Walmarts will be open until 6 p.m.
The Silver and Black scored early and often outscoring the Grizzlies in almost every quarter.
All right, so a 7-year-old Irish boy is going to have quite a tale to tell at school after the Christmas break. A Siberian tiger tried to eat him, allegedly.
Sean was posing for his father's video at the Dublin Zoo, and take a look at that right there when the tiger charged. Luckily, a thick pane of glass separated them. Sean jumped, but his brother took off running.
We are back with this dramatic rescue of a German Shepherd from a frozen lake in Wisconsin. Firefighters crawled across the frozen pond very carefully. They broke the ice and eventually freed the 8-month-old named Pepper. Hey, Santa is on the move, and you can keep an eye on St. Nick during his worldwide journey. The big guy travels at about 1,800 miles per second. Woo, fast there.
That's right, North Korea. We're not only watching you, we're watching Santa.
That's right. Is that
More on that coming up. Let's go outside with live cam and just about picture perfect Christmas weather for South Texas.
It is so true, Mark. You know, we are going to check in with Santa and see where he is during the full weathercast in just a little bit. But for now, I wanted to give you an update on the aquifer and the pollen count. The aquifer, you know, not really too much of a difference there. It's down, it's up actually about more than a tenth of a foot over the past 24 hours. And in the pollen count today, unfortunately, mountain cedar is very high. Mountain cedar is past 5,000 and mold is low at 150. So coming up, I will have a picture of where Santa Claus is right now and how you can track him at home. And of course, we'll also talk about the rest of your Christmas Eve and Christmas Day forecast and even a small chance for rain right around the corner. Mark, Sarah.
Let's look at TransGuide right now. Light traffic all morning long. Most folks are already at their holiday destinations, but some folks are out and about, have to work or running those last-minute errands before the Christmas holiday. Top stories we're following for you today at 9:05. This is one of the bigger stories over at KSAT12 right now. A fight originally called in as a robbery at a Southside laundromat this morning left police sorting out some pretty interesting details.
That's right. Officers answered the call in the 1500 block of West South Cross around 5 this morning. A woman had said her clothes had been stolen at the laundromat by a man with a knife. Police took a man into custody at the scene and said they did find a knife inside the business. Officers spoke with the alleged victim and determined there was no robbery. Instead, they said it was a disturbance between two groups of people regarding the ownership of a basket of laundry.
Although police say there was no robbery committed, they took the man into custody in connection with an outstanding warrant for evading arrest. Police say the laundromat is the same location where a driver intentionally knocked a man through a glass window during a dispute just 2 weeks ago. Deputies looking for some people involved in a chase on the far west side of town.
It ended this morning a little before 4 at Culebra and Grissom Road. We're told deputies were chasing some suspected burglars in a stolen vehicle. The chase ended when the suspects crashed into some bushes in front of a CVS. The 5 people in the vehicle, they ran off.
The headlines this morning, Balcones Heights police have arrested a man they say is responsible for a string of recent robberies throughout the San Antonio area.
One of those robberies was at a Balcones Heights Circle K convenience store. 25-year-old Brian Gonzalez was taken into police custody. According to an arrest warrant affidavit, on December 11th, 2 men entered the Circle K convenience store on Fredericksburg Road and robbed the store clerk at gunpoint.
San Antonio police were able to identify Gonzalez as one of the men in the robbery, and that an attempt to steal a cell phone tied him to the crime. He is charged with aggravated robbery.
Well, North Korea has a Christmas gift for the U.S., but it's not one you really want under the tree.
And U.S. troops in Syria enjoying some Christmas cheer. David Sears is here. An early Merry Christmas to you, David.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Thank you.
Santa's on his way.
All right. Digging the socks.
Hey, watching North Korea and Santa at the same time, are you?
Yes, we are.
All right, well, here's why we're watching North Korea just one day from Christmas, and there's magic in the air in most places, but there's also some tension in the air. Kim Jong-un in North Korea, not exactly in the Christmas spirit. They have threatened the United States with, quote, a Christmas gift unless the U.S. release some of those sanctions. There are reports of satellite imagery showing increased activity at 2 main missile sites. However, that Christmas gift could be more hardline approach to negotiations. Whatever the actual threat, Kim Jong-un accomplished one goal, getting the attention of the U.S. during the holiday season. And even after his death, Jeffrey Epstein's story continues to live on. Before he died, Epstein was in jail accused of running a sex trafficking ring. Now, 2 more accusers have come forward as part of an existing lawsuit. That suit filed in August. Before he died, Epstein maintained his innocence. And Santa getting a little help when it comes to delivering gifts to troops in Syria. The U.S. military lending a hand in Operation Holiday Express. Troops at 5 different bases received stockings stuffed with goodies. A military helicopter able to fly a band to different bases to add to the festivities with some Christmas music. Gifts donated by organizations back here in the U.S., along with churches and other charitable organizations. Good for them. Get to feel like Christmas, at least for a few moments while they're standing guard, huh?
A little taste of home out there in the Syrian desert.
So, and you mentioned the big day that the consumers and retailers had. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes and talk about big days.
Big spending.
I guess we'll have to leave the soapbox in the back.
Big scoring by our San Antonio Spurs.
How about that, huh? If you missed it, we got some highlights for you.
Blowout win.
Yeah.
Thank you, David.